discussion, everybody please stand for the prayer to be led by Charity's Bruner. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Please do remain standing for our quick energizer. Do you know the song Roll Over the Ocean? Okay, this is how we're going to do. It's I, it's you, it's Ausubel's community. 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 La la la, roll over the ocean, roll over the sea, roll over the ocean in a deep blue sea. Roll over the ocean, roll over the sea, roll over the ocean in a deep blue sea. Okay, are you all energized? That's good to hear. Now, before you take your seat, kindly pick up some pieces of papers on the floor and arrange your chairs properly. Are you all set? You may now take your seat. Who are the absentees this afternoon? If there are absentees this afternoon, Secretary of the class, kindly write down the names and pass it to me after the class. Do you have your assignments with you? Okay, the count of 3, pass it forward. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now, before anything else, class, I have set classroom rules so that we have a harmonious class session. Rule number 1, be polite. Rule number 2, do not use cell phone or any kind of gadgets. Rule number 3, raise your hand if you want to answer. Rule number 4, be responsible. Is that clear? Okay, now let's have a short review of what was the last topic that we tackled. Yes, Ignacio? Very good. You said it right, Ignacio. Now, I have prepared an activity for your class, and this activity will give you an idea of what was or what will be our next topic or lesson. Okay, I will group you into 3. I have prepared a picture here, and all you need to do is to guess it. Okay, I will distribute the pictures, and you can now start guessing. And also, you need to pick a representative to state your answers. You can now start. Okay, are you all done? Okay, let us see if your answers are correct. First group, what is your answer? Good job, group 1. You got the correct answer. Group 2, what is your answer? Very good, group 2. You got the correct answer. And the last group, group 3, what is your answer? Very good. Group 3, you got also the correct answer. Okay, based on your answers, what do you think will be our next topic this afternoon? Yes, Marcosa. Very good. You said it right, Marcosa. Our new lesson this afternoon is people experience the world and reflect upon those experiences, they build their own representations and incorporate into their pre-existing knowledge. In education, constructivism is the learning that suggests that students build their own understanding of new information by relating it to their own experiences and background knowledge. The theory encourages students to be more active in their learning and also teachers to facilitate the learning. Did you all understand? Okay, now let's proceed to Bruner's constructivist theory. Who wants to read? Katubis? Okay, thank you very much for reading. When we say Jerome Bruner's constructivist theory of learning is based on the idea that people construct their own knowledge through experiences and reflection. The theory posits that learning is an active process where students build new ideas and schemas based on what they already know. Very remarkable from Bruner is his emphasis on categorization of learning. Okay, Palomar, when we say categorization, what do you mean? Okay, very good. When we say categorization means the way we sort objects into groups known as cognitive categories that help us organize knowledge. Okay, now let's proceed to the four major aspects to be addressed during the teaching and learning process. These aspects moderate the process of learning. The first one is predisposition toward learning. When we say predisposition toward learning, it's a tendency to be drawn to learning either in a general or in a specific area due to a combination of experiences, cultural, personal, and motivational factors. And number two, how a body of knowledge can be structured so that it can most readily grasped by the learning. Okay. Karyaga, when we say structure, what does it mean? Okay, thank you very much, Karyaga. When we say structure, topics or concepts are usually arranged to more from simple to more complex one. Okay, and the number three is the most effective sequences in which to present material. When sequencing of presentation is an art of a teacher's innovation of learning. The teacher considers which learners need most and can understand first and can master first. It is a prerequisite knowledge or a skill to the next topic or concept. And the last one, number four, the nature and pacing of rewards and punishments. When we say the nature and pacing of rewards and punishments are aspects that this instructional that should be specified in the learning and teaching process. Okay, now, did you all understand what are the four major aspects? Okay, that's good to hear. Now let's proceed to the three principles of instruction. Okay, who can give me the first one? Lapus. Very good. Readiness. And the number two, Marcosa. Very good. It's spiral organization. And the number three, Dagunan. Very good. Extrapolation. When we say readiness, what does it mean? Banyel. Very good. When we say readiness, instruction should consider the experience and context that make a student willing and able to learn. that means pattern, shape, or forms. It focuses on how we see things as a whole, not just an individual part. Now, face your seatmate and look at them. What did you see? You see their whole face, not just their nose, eyes, or their mouth. Gestalt theory is introduced in 1912 by Max Bruner, where he believed that a whole is greater than the sum of its parts. This means that when we look at something, we don't just focus on small details. We try to understand the entire thing. For example, a puzzle. It looks like a random pieces we separate, but when we put it together, it forms a one complete image. There are 4 types of groupings. Laws of groupings. The first one is similarity. Who wants to read? Yes, Miss Marcosa. Okay, thank you very much. In similarity, we group things that look alike. For example, if you see a group of circles and a group of squares, our brain automatically group the circles together and the squares together. Now, who can give another example? Yes, Mr. Karyaga. Okay, very good. Now, the second one is the proximity. Who wants to read? Yes, Miss Muan. Thank you very much. We group things that close to each other. Who can give an example? Yes, Mr. Milon. Thank you very much. Another example is when we see 2 dots close to each other, we might see them as a pair or a group instead of separate dots. The third one is continuity. Who wants to read? Yes, Miss Lapus. Very good. Elements that define smooth lines or even curves are also grouped together. Who can give an example? Yes, Mr. Lanaha. Very good. Another example of this is your brain sees them as 2 lines instead of many broken lines. The fourth one is closure. Yes, please read Mr. Karyaga. Okay, elements that fill up missing parts to complete an entity are grouped together. Now, an example of this is when you see a circles with small parts missing, your brain still sees it as a whole or one complete circle. Now, what is the importance of this theory? Okay, Miss Goyha. Very good. It shows that it helps explain how we understand and organize the things that we see around us. It's used in design, arts, and everyday life to make things easier to understand. If there's Constructivist theory by Bruner and then Gestalt theory, we have also a Subsumption theory, which is developed by David Ausubel. Wants to read? Yes, Mr. Palomar. Okay. It explains how people learn large amount of information or meaningful information through verbal or written materials in school. A key tool in this theory is advanced organizer, which helps organize or connect new ideas to what you already know. Now, when we say subsumption, this is a process wherein you are going to include, or a process of including or fitting new information to what you already know. There are 4 learning processes of subsumption theory. And then the first one is the derivative subsumption. Now, who wants to read? Yes, Mr. Deacon. Okay, thank you very much. This happens when you learn something new that is an example or detail to what you already know. Now, who wants to read the second one? Yes, Miss Bruner. Okay, thank you very much. This happens when you learn new information that modifies or adds what you already No. And then the third one was to read? Yes, Miss Akab. Okay, who can give an example? Okay, Mr. Milon. Thank you very much. Superordinate subsumption happens when you learn a broader concept that explains smaller ideas that you already know. Number 4 is combinational subsumption. A new concept is combined with higher known concept to reach both concepts. Or this happens when you combine new ideas to or with something you already know, making both concepts richer. Now, what is the importance of this theory? This shows how learning becomes easier or meaningful when you can relate new ideas to what you already know. Now, do you have any questions or clarifications? If none, then we will proceed to our activity. I will group you into 3 groups again. You count 1 to 3, start from here. Okay, all the group 1 seats here in front. Then next to group 1 will be the group 2, and then at the back is the group 3. Now what you're going to do is to create a skit or a role play that showcases how these theories can be applied to a classroom scenario. Now, the first group will make a skit or role play about Jerome Bruner's Constructivist theory, and then the second group is Gestalt theory, and then the last group is Subsumption theory of Ausubel. Is that clear? And for the rubrics of your role play activity, I have prepared here a hard copy. All the leaders of each group, please get that here. Okay. And then I'll just give you 5 minutes to prepare and 3 minutes to present here in front. And your time starts now. Okay, the time is over. Okay, group 1, start your presentation. Very good, group 1. Let's give group 1 a rain clap. Do you know what is rain clap? Okay, all together. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now let's proceed to the group 2. Amazing work, group 2. Let's give group 2 a amazing clap. Okay, all together. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Amazing. Okay, now let's proceed to the last group. Well done, group 3. Now let's also give them a boom boom clap. Okay, all together. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, now let's clap our hands for you present such an amazing presentation. Do you want to know your score? Okay, group 1 got 19 points. You're almost there, but you lack originality and engagement. And then the second group is you got 25 points. Congratulations, class. You presented it very well. And then the last group, you got 20 points. You're really in there, but your group doesn't adhere to the time frame. But overall, congratulations. It was such an amazing presentation. Now, any questions and clarifications? If not, then I will be the one to ask. This is just to test if you really listen to our discussion. Now, for the first question, I want those who are wearing headband to answer this. Okay, Ninyamin, this question is for you. How do you think understanding these theories, Drover's constructivist theories, Gestalt theory, and Ausubel's theory, can make you a better teacher in the future? Thank you very much. Well said, Ninyamin. I can say that you really listened to our discussion. Now for the second question. Why is it important to apply these theories